This led us to develop our own in-house image annotation tool. As seen in the video, adding an annotation for an image is pretty easy. View the image, magnify it, change the brightness, change the contrast as needed, click on the relevant options, choose extra details, and the annotation is saved. The analytics on the landing page show the pending and completed images. The graph shows the maximum number of images tagged by other users in real time and gives a daily target setting. These imaging datasets are generally in the range of thousands and can be overwhelming for a single person. So we chunked them into sets, each containing 1000 images or less, which a grader can complete within 2 weeks. The issues mentioned earlier were resolved as follows. For faster image loading, we resize images into smaller sized thumbnails with smaller memory footprint while still maintaining the visual quality. We leverage the asynchronous capabilities of the browser and don't load just one but 3 images preemptively, so the grader does not need to wait for the next image to load. The initial interface was basic and evolved based on the grader feedback. It's now designed on a decision tree structure to render the nested subclassifications and extra options. We have seen a total behavioral change where on the online tools, the graders used to work only on the weekends, but on our tool, we have logged usage on all days of the week and in almost all hours of the day. Average time taken to label a single image reduced substantially. We validated the AI algorithms developed using annotations on this tool on some new testing datasets and found them to have really high performance scores. This strengthens our hypothesis that this tool serves no different than a desktop-based tool with the added benefits of being portable and flexible. We wish to introduce more gamification, label optimization, and even use it for telemedicine.
Thank you.
So what did you actually use? You use different ways of looking at the same image, like multiple algorithms?
Yeah.
Because your table shows like 3 or 4.
No, they were regarding the the retinal specialists, they are seeing the images, right? First, this software and this application undergone validation. So 32 retinal specialists, they have seen all these images for validation.
No, there's a clinical validation, but the AI, the machine based. So you use one system or there were multiple systems?
Sorry, I couldn't get your question.
You used what algorithms or the AI platform?
Yeah, AI algorithm.
So you single platform or you had a different platforms?
It was means a website, right? And it is smartphone based. So the images were sent to the retinal specialist and they graded those images.
Yeah.
On the basis of that validation, an AI algorithm was formed that can finally diagnose, and it was the referral sort of thing, means that this image the patient needs to needs to go for the higher center. This image normal, so patient just need to follow up, and regular follow up is needed, fundus examination needed. The referral to the tertiary center is not required. So it's a referable sort of.
One of the tables you showed that show the clinical like parameters, and then there one column, then another column. So I was wondering, but I couldn't read that properly.
That was the disease schema.
Yeah.
Means all the disease schema regarding the glaucoma, diabetic retinopathy, hypertensive retinopathy. So every all the ocular common disease, they were validated.
Okay, thank you.
And for validating one disease, a minimum 5,500 images were considered as per statistician.
So actually you showed Docker with Kubernetes.
Yeah.
So Docker Kubernetes simply means it's residing on the server.
Yeah.
And this was the sir ka wahi tha कि Docker Kubernetes is what was the server side, what was the client side.
It was complete.
You're showing us the client side, and your algorithm actually is showing us the server side. Yeah. So basically, you see there are two elements to it, and sir का question दूसरे वाले element को लेके था.
Yeah, so complete anonymity was taken care, and we did the validation finally, so it was on our own server.
What I was wondering was like, what were your innovation in that? Because server is doing something on its own that you didn't innovate that. Your job was just to input the data and clinical kind of a the
Yeah,
annotations.
annotating and grading the images, and on the basis of this AI algorithm, we were able to make a referable sort of system, means binary system, whether an image for a particular disease like a glaucoma. So there is a cupping is there, this much of cupping, this much of ocular biomarkers
No,
are there.
no, no,
So
I think
patient needs a
again
referral.
again the same thing.
I think, sir.
Again, the
let's-
same.
Let's move on later. We'll carry on this discussion outside. Thank you. See, basically that algorithm is running elsewhere. You are doing some annotation here. What sir is saying, annotation. This was an annotation tool which has been developed so that the doctor can annotate it, mark it that this is a hemorrhage, this is a fibroid.